Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. These readings are good for sun, moon, rising, north node, or wherever else you find it in your chart. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. There could be messages here for you and other people. I'm also available for personal readings. My email is in the description box, so hit me up if you have any further questions or you'd like me to do a reading for you. And without further ado, here is your reading. Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. This reading is for the sign of Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, north node, wherever you find it in your chart. These are the game of storytelling, the moth radio hour storytelling cards. They're writing prompts. You don't have to write on these if you don't want to. I'm not giving you homework, but if you'd like to, it might be a good idea. There might be something in that for you. All right, ancestors, spirits, guides. What is the story you'd like to talk to Capricorns about? What is the story you'd like to talk to Capricorns about? Food, interesting. Just as Sagittarius, and they had cravings, and so did your sister Earth sign, Taurus, and now you guys get food. Something about nourishment is happening here. Prepare a story about things you eat: victuals, grub, cuisine, groceries, homemade or takeout. From frozen dinners to nuts and berries, bring us stories of your nourishment. Wow. From gluttony to gluten intolerance, tales of your daily bread. Tell us about a time you bit off more than you could chew. A time you cooked up something special, a time when food soothed your soul. And I think that's what, like, I'm like, immediately when we picked that up, it was like, what are you ingesting in your time, in your space, right? Into your body. But the things that we eat, we're taking in through our digestive system. We see things through our eyes. We're eating those too. That we're metabolizing things we see. We're metabolizing things we hear. We're metabolizing ideas and the influences of the people around us and the things that we're trying to do in our own internal influences, right? There's this idea of, how is that nourishing you? How is that feeding you? Is it feeding your soul, right? Did food feed your soul? Is there something that needs to be nourished? And then in the same sense too, is like, how is that affecting your health and well-being on a physical sense? I'm not a doctor. This is just, we're talking about food here. What are you consuming? What are you taking in? And how is that affecting your health and well-being? Not just in the physical sense, but in the emotional sense, in the spiritual sense. How does it affect what you're eating, what or your sleep? Right? I just keep getting that, like, and I'm not claiming to be a health guru by any stretch of the imagination, but this is coming through strongly. It tells about frozen dinners to nuts and berries. Indecision, feeling blocked. Blocked in the mind space, right? Unable to really see what's happening around you. And again, like, what are you taking in? Are you sitting in a space or in a place, an environment where the things that are offered to you and what you are being served are things that aren't necessarily good for you? They don't have the things in them that you need to keep balanced. So you're in a space of indecision because you can't see. Maybe it's something about a brain fog here. This is like, I don't usually get messages like this. So this is, I mean, like, if you change your diet, you'll change your ability to what you're perceiving. Capricorn, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, Ace of Swords. Look at that. A decision is able to be made at 333. Really seeing things clearly from the inside. It's because you're more cleaned out, right? You're feeling healthier when you adjust your diet, or you go ahead and soothe your soul. You can cook up something special because you can see it with clarity, right? And this is like a time you bit off more than you could chew. And then in this space, and really getting clear on what that is. And is what you're doing not only feeding you properly, but feeding you enough? Is it sustainable? One more, please, for Capricorn spirit. Six of Wands. Yeah, you're seeing something as unsuccessful, something that you're taking in is leading you to a space where you can't see which way you're going and the truth is coming to light, you are having this moment of clarity, an aha moment, an epiphany that maybe the things that you're taking in are affecting your ability to see things clearly and leading you to a place that isn't as successful as you would like it to be now at 444. And it could have something to do with your past. And this is about like 6-6 relationships, unsuccessful, having unsuccessful relationship, maybe with food, unsuccessful relationship, maybe with people around you because you're not feeding yourself. Like, what is that thing that we hear sometimes that I've read, that something about like 85% of arguments could be avoided if the person just ate some food. Like, it's like the result of being hungry, you get hangry. Well, the same thing can happen in in other senses in your life, right? You might not be giving yourself enough nourishment through the people that you're hanging out with, or the people that you're hanging out with might be junk food, right? Same with the environment, same with the what you're taking in on, what are you watching on your news feed? What are you watching on social media? What type of music are you listening to? All of that. And it's like, there could be something that you're like, I want to try something new. I need to get out of this space. I need to incorporate something different, right? Because what is happening right now isn't as successful as you would like it to be. It's kind of like, I feel like it's like wearing you down and making you like slower than you would like to be in the all ways. Always look always. That's what I tell my kids across the street. Always look always. Okay, ancestor spirits guide, what would you like to tell Capricorns about this? Surrender now. Wow. Hi, Jax. Hi, Jax is like very rare appearance of here. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Yes, surrender now. Maybe you need to take a time out. Take a time out and really look at what's going on. How are you feeling about it? What do you truly think about it? I love this guy so much. He's showing you his muscles. He's so strong. What else for Capricorn? Look, Sagittarius got this. Electric eel. Bring your ideas to life. Your ideas want to come to life. Buddy, that's loud. Was loud. Bring your ideas to life. Look at that. Suddenly, when the clarity comes through, when you have that moment of clarity, that epiphany, that aha moment, right? It's like you're surrendering to the thing when you no longer resist it, when you no longer resist the, I'm hearing the temptation. When you finally understand what it is that's keeping you stuck and that it's something that you're taking in, suddenly there's this epiphany, be open to infinite possibilities. Maybe something you hadn't even imagined, right? That star here, be open to the infinite possibilities. Not confined in that same recipe that you've always been using to cook that sauce, right? Try something new. If you're depleted, it's because the sauce that you're using doesn't have everything in it that you need. Scarab beetle magic works through you. This is really that like help yourself kind of a thing, and not just like what are you helping yourself to, like a helping, right? But helping yourself, like making different choices. And suddenly it's like bring your ideas to work, open to the infinite possibilities, and magic works through you. But first you got to surrender. Yeah. Ooh. Ancestor spirit guide, what would you like to tell Capricorn about this? This is the mind body, Mona Lisa Scholl's mind body makeover card, and they give us something that we might be looking at in like maybe a negative or toxic way, and a way to look at that differently, right? It's a flip it. So there we go. Healthy body. Wow. In the negative, it says my immune system, bones and joints are weak and vulnerable. Again, about this, like, what are you ingesting here? Needing something to strengthen that solidity. In the healthy way of looking at this is that I feel safe and secure in the world. I have multiple families who help me feel like I belong. I am supported and I have a say. So it's like this talks about like worrying about like the internal structure, like the internal bone structure and being, like vulnerable and weak in the joints and things like this. But this is saying I feel safe and secure in the world, not just in my own body, but also in the world. And I have multiple families who help me feel like I belong, am supported, and have a say. Yes, you do. And you're coming to realize that maybe what you've been feeding yourself isn't the only thing, only option available at the table, and you're choosing to stack your plate differently. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. Thank you so much for hitting the like and subscribe if this resonated with you, because it really does help the channel and I really do appreciate it. Thank you for checking out your other signs, and thanks for coming back and seeing us again next time. Bye.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.